So today's topic is basically uncomfortable truth about relationships. And in this context, I mean the boyfriend and girlfriend type of relationship, the dating relationship. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Haritha and my kunya is Muslim. Welcome to my channel. Truth is, whether you're a Muslim or not, I don't think there is any religion, there is any Abrahamic religion that gives a pass for premarital sexual escapades. So oftentimes when people say, that's for Muslims and Muslim girls, oh, Muslim, I'm like, we have limited this thing to Muslim thingy. It's not. There is no Abrahamic faith that okays premarital sex. However, these are 5 uncomfortable truths about this dating stage, this dating thingy. And it's applicable to everyone, whether you're a Muslim or not. Number one is the fact that you call it dating or you beautify it with the title, he's my boyfriend, she's my girlfriend, doesn't make it any less sinful. Yes, because we are now so proud to declare, oh, meet my boyfriend, meet my girlfriend, because we just feel we are dating. It doesn't make it any less sinful as long as you're indulging in things that you shouldn't indulge in. The title or whatever it is, the branding, does not make it any less of what it shouldn't be. So some people will be like, oh, I've not slept with any other man ever in my life except my boyfriend. What's the difference? Are you married to your boyfriend? So even if other people want to excuse this and make it okay, as Muslims, we know better. We should know better. We should know that no, just the fact that you have branded something into my boyfriend, my girlfriend doesn't make it right. Okay? And this is not a matter of judging anyone, no. There are also things that I'm doing wrongly that if you make a video about and I watch it, I'll look inward and correct myself. So it's just all about us calling one another onto what is right and discouraging what is wrong. The second uncomfortable truth about this phase, this dating boyfriend girlfriend thingy, is that the fact that the only person you have whatever with, you have stuff with, is someone you asked out to be your boyfriend or someone who asked you out or whatever. Basically, you people are now dating as boyfriend and girlfriend. The fact that you are into that relationship, what so if you have had them like that? He's my boyfriend, he's my ex-boyfriend, new boyfriend, ex again, new boyfriend. I put it to you that you have lost the moral right to call anyone a. In Nigeria, we say, oh, Ashawo. What is the difference? They are doing theirs for money and you are doing yours for emotions. But basically, you are doing the same thing in the same way. Because, yes, I'm doing this because I love him. He's my boyfriend, he's my girlfriend because I love him, I love her. This one is also saying, yes, I'm doing this because I need money. I'm doing this because I want to pay my bills. So it's the same thing, just different names and titles. They both are done outside the atmosphere of marriage. So they are both wrong. Don't think yours is holy simply because you have branded it with a specific name. And the one who does not have brand for it is the bad one. And you are the good one. You are the good boy, you are the good girl. No. It's the same thing. So, okay, does that mean people who have divorced 3, 4 times, you call it divorce? It means for all the times it happened legally in a marriage. That's the difference. The third and very interesting, uncomfortable truth about this phase is the word cheating. He cheated on me, she cheated on me. He's not married to any of you. He's not committed to any of you. His loyalty is not binding to any of you. Oh, my girlfriend is this. We are dating, and she still went on to sleep with another guy. Da, 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 da. She is not committed to you. There is no commitment. Her father has not given her to you. She's not married to you. So I find it funny that we think there is cheating in a relationship that is not legal. So the only difference is you have tagged, you have branded. The issue is that branding. You have branded it boyfriend, girlfriend. So you automatically think there is legality. There's some sort of legality there. No, there is nothing there. and then you think the other one is bad, so you can call it cheating because she is not his girlfriend. I don't know. I don't know how we make these things make sense to us, to be honest. But does it make sense? Well, if you were involved in it, you would say yes, it makes sense, and you would definitely have all the things to explain and defend it. But the truth, that's why it's an uncomfortable truth, is that a man or woman who is not married to you or whom you're married to cannot cheat on you with another person. You are all just in the same thing, which is no commitment, no legal binding. So there's no cheating. The fourth uncomfortable truth is when babies become made out of that boyfriend girlfriend thingy. We tend to think that the repercussion or the consequences are the same simply because the both of them came to make the baby together. But except we as women want to deceive ourselves, we know for a fact that the repercussions, the consequences are never the same. Before Allah is the same consequence, the same repercussion before Allah. But the aftermath and the human encounter, the human delivering, the person who lived through it the worst, at least before we account to Allah, the person who lived through it here on earth is the woman. It's very easy for the man to just run off, and that's it. And you are stuck with a baby. This child is a bastard in the Sharia, but not a bastard to you. You don't see the child as any different from a child you would have made in marriage. So you would drain yourself, go through everything you would have done if you were married for that child is still the same thing you would do as a woman for that child. But it's not the same for the man, at least most men. Worse is some even deny it is not mine. And that is it. And some even accept it's mine, but they are not responsible for this child. Some even run off. And when we now bring this matter to the dean says the child is for the mother. That child is going to bear the name of the mother, the surname of the mother's family. That child is for the mother. So the repercussions are huge for women. And this is an uncomfortable truth because we now live in an era, feminism and all. We are trying to say, we are all going to share everything equally. But let's not deceive ourselves. Even in marriage where everything is legal, when it comes to child upbringing and going through a lot of things emotionally with regarding motherhood or parenthood, women have it too much. It's not even the same. Not to now talk of the one you had out of wedlock to an irresponsible or runaway person. So it's going to be way harder on you as the woman. This is an uncomfortable truth. And then the fifth uncomfortable truth about dating is people say, oh, at least you should know him for years. Oh, I know such a person, they just met 1 month, 2 months, they got married, now they don't know each other. This advice always comes up when there is an issue with people who didn't date, they got married, and then there is an issue. But I put it out to you that for every one person who didn't date, the random dating experience, who didn't have it before marriage, for every one of those kind of couples who had issues, there are 5 or even more of couples who dated and had issues. So the point is, if you like, date for 10 years, date for 20 years, you still would never know anyone until you start to live with them in marriage. Marriage, they say love is blind. I say marriage is the eye opener. Dating, dating is a total book of deception. You say, but we used to fight. I fight with my boyfriend, I fight with my girlfriend, so it's not like we are all deceiving. Try marriage. Try marriage. So when you say, oh, but if I don't get to know him, if I don't get, you can never know anyone. There's still no better guideline than that the Sharia has given to us. Yes, there is courtship in Islam. Don't get me wrong. Say, oh, do you mean I should just see a man on the road and just say, okay, yes, I'll marry you? Of course, no. Islam had not said so because Islam, the rules have not set us up for disaster. This doesn't mean that if it's already in your qadar, if it's already a decree, a divine decree for you to experience disaster in your marriage, you would experience it even if you follow everything to the letter. But the concern is whatever you're doing, do it honorably. That is the concern. So if it goes right or goes wrong, you know you did it the right way and the best way you could. Because it will be more hurting for someone who had given 5 to 10 years of her life dating And then you get into the marriage, and 1 year in, the marriage has collapsed, and you're like, this is a monster. I never knew you were this. And this person said, you are this too. I never knew. That hurts more because a lot of time, resources, emotions had been invested. As compared to someone who, within the period of 1 to 6 months, marriage is settled. If they get in and it's not working, it's painful for anyone because nobody wants to check in and check out of marriage. It's not anyone's dream. But you cannot compare it to the pain of the years wasted, the emotions invested, the time wasted. So these are uncomfortable truths about the dating phase. However long you date does not mean anything. Some people are like, oh, I know my husband, I know everything. It's because we dated. No, it's because your marriage was going to work before. Even if you had not dated that guy for years, it was going to work because it has been destined to work. The best you should do is to go through the processes. Do whatever findings you want to do, or your parents want to help you do. Maybe contact a place or call him for conversation and what have you. If you know anyone in his environment, you can ask. In his community, you can ask, how is this person's character? I remember I had even asked someone on social media before about, the man I married to now, about his character, because I went through his profile. Then he still used to have pictures on Facebook, and I saw that particular person. And this person used to be someone I knew back in the university. So immediately I chatted the brother and I said, oh, do you know so and so person? He said, oh, he knows. I said, what do you know about him? And when it comes to courtship, which is the getting to know the basics and the very important things about each other before marriage, which is courtship, is just grace. The only thing you can do is to do your best and then leave the rest to Allah. Whatever then happens in the marriage, qadar Allah. Or to say, no, I have to disobey Allah before that marriage because I want to get it right. That marriage being right is not in your hands to start with. So let's not even complicate things. Let's not even mix it up. It's not in your hands. So do your best. But make sure that that best you are doing is still within the jurisdiction of the Sharia. May Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us. None of us is perfect. I am not. I am very far from perfect. Very, very far. So we are striving each day and just trying to get better. And I pray that may Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for us to do the right things. And for the wrong ones we are already guilty of, may He give us the grace and the divine ease to let go of them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.